Thank you for allowing us to be here. My name is Christine Singh. This is my 9-year-old, Emily Singh. And we are the face of immigration. This is my husband. He was picked up February 27, 2017, as soon as we pulled into our family business. We own 2 businesses. He opened his first business in 2012, a trucking company. We still run it out of the ports of Camden. It's the flat rolled steel. We opened a second company, Mickey's Auto Repair, on Brooklyn Circle in Brooklyn, New Jersey. It's temporarily been closed about 7 months. I cannot run it by myself without my husband. We have 3 children, an infant. She was 4 months old when he was picked up. My husband is still in immigration detention, all because his paperwork is still processing by ICE. They did a sweep down Route 130 on February 27th, and they stopped at a gas station. Our mechanic shop sits within a gas station. They were talking to an attendant. They picked up my husband, asked him for his paperwork. We said the paperwork's processing. We called our lawyer. The lawyer faxed everything over to the office, our marriage approval, showing that we applied for our U visa, showing that we applied for his adjustment of status. They said it didn't matter. They said they were going to process him in Mount Laurel and bring him back to the mechanic shop. They took him immediately to immigration detention in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I've only been able to see him about once a month since. And it takes about 8 hours to go back and forth, wait outside in the cold for 2 hours before they let you in the building, make my kids take their socks and shoes off to make sure they're not bringing in razor blades to see their father. Like, it's embarrassing. We need to do something for our immigrants. We need to do something for our kids. My husband is not a criminal. He's been here since he was 17 years old. He came here at 17. He's been here for 16 years, and his paperwork is still processing. 16 years. And they act like he's a criminal. They said they will not parole him out because he entered the country illegally. But he's still going through the process. He's not hiding. Immigration always knew our address. And again, I do agree with the issued IDs. My husband has had a lot of trouble by not showing an ID no matter where we go. It doesn't matter. We lived in Vineland for a year when we met. We got pulled over. They immediately asked him for his ID. People are racially discriminated for what they look like, you know, and a lot of times they take him for Mexican, but it doesn't matter where he's from. He's here. He's always tried to be an American citizen. And in all honesty, if he passed the test, he knows more than our president knows about this country. I'm completely serious. He could take a test in front of all of you right now and ace it. That's how much he wants to be an American citizen. And that morning, I got out of the car. They forcefully pulled me back and told me I couldn't be near my husband. ICE. 3 ICE agents pulled me back, and it was on surveillance because I passed it off to my lawyer. They shackled him in front of me and my children. They shackled him for going to work and opening our family business to be successful. We donate to the local PBA. We donate to every sports team in Brooklyn, New Jersey, Gloucester City, New Jersey. We donate to the women's and children's centers. I mean, we always helped our community the best that we could possibly do. We need our community to help us. So I know it wasn't the local police force that helped with my husband being picked up that day. We're friends with all of the cops in Gloucester City and Brooklyn. They're amazing. A lot of them are our customers at our mechanic shop. They're amazing people, always checking in on me, always checking in on my shop. But we need to do better for our immigrants. There are some that never try to apply for their paperwork when they should. Some just don't care, but that's very few. Many want their papers to be here. Since I met my husband in 2003, we spent over $50,000 on immigration. I just don't understand what takes so long. We go backwards, we go forward, we go backward, we go forward. We could have bought a house. It's hard for immigrants. It's very hard. You can't just walk through the door and get your paperwork. They put you through a process, then they take you back and they do it all over again. So we really need to come together for our neighbors. These people could be saving you one day. They could be your doctor. They could stop and help you in a car accident on the street. You have no idea. When I went to go see my husband in June, I saw a guy get hit on his motorcycle in the middle of Route 130, and I jumped out in the middle of the median to help him on the way to go see my husband, and I was panicked I was going to miss his court date. I still helped that gentleman, and my husband would have done the same. Even if I would have missed seeing my husband at his court date, he would have understood, because we're good people. We're small people, just like you, just like everybody back here. We just want to get by in life, you know? So we really need somebody to come together, give them the IDs that they need so they don't have to show their paperwork, you know? And it would just make it easier, because it's not going to show that he's an undocumented citizen, and he will be considered an undocumented citizen until he gets his green card, even though he's been in the immigration system since 17 years old. So if you don't understand that and think that it might not help to have an ID, it really does. Because you don't have to show, like my husband would have to show that we applied to adjust his status and it's not done yet, so they know he's not legal. And we wouldn't have to show our I-130 showing that our marriage was verified by the USCIS in 2010. An ID would just say, hey, this is my name, this is my address, which the USCIS has always known, but it won't say undocumented immigrant. And we need that to protect everyone because they're trying to be a citizen just like me and you. I'm sorry, she's too scared to talk, but she's trying to stay strong. But I really do appreciate your time, and I really appreciate all of the support from everybody in this room, because I've had a lot of people say not so nice things to me in the past year, and it's been so hard. But to see people stand behind us, it gives me reassurance that I can get through this. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but I've gotten here. It's been almost a year, and we're doing it. And we're not going to stop fighting for immigrants. I won't personally stop fighting. My friends won't stop fighting. My family won't stop fighting. So if something doesn't happen today, I'll be back. I will be back.
Ms. Singh, I speak on behalf of the entire board. It's just a horrific story that you just told, and I think it really does hone in on how terrible the situation is right now under this current administration and just the atmosphere in this country right now. It's just something that I think almost everybody up here on this board, one way or another, is here because of immigrants. My grandparents were immigrants. Susan's story is unbelievable. It's just horrific in this day and age that happened to your husband and your family. So we will pray for you and think of you as we go forward. And I think your story will certainly inspire us as we move forward over the next month.